Are you ready to start using video ads to accelerate your Amazon sales but don't know where to start? Well, today we're going to talk about exactly that. How to use sponsored brand video ads to grow your Amazon PPC sales. So how do you go about launching a sponsored brand video campaign? Well, I'm going to show you. There's multiple ways to do it. You can use an Amazon template builder, or you can use your own creative and source it yourself. Both of these methods are quick and effective, both from a time and cost perspective. So you really have no reason to not get started. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and give it a subscribe. Really helps us out, and you're gonna find a lot of value with it too. We produce a lot of awesome content that I think you're really gonna love. So with that, let's get started. So sponsor brand video ads, why should you run them? Just to illustrate my point, here we're looking at agency-wide sales for one of our accounts. As of May, we're looking at nearly $70,000 of sales just from this ad type alone. It's super important, everyone. Like, seriously, get on these video ads. Amazon is only continuing to increase the inventory of actual video ad spots as well, both on mobile and on desktop. So, it's only going to get better. It's already really good. It's a good way to illustrate your brand. If you've got a unique product and you want to showcase it, how better than video? They're probably going to allow you to put more videos like in your actual detail pages. If you don't have video content, you need to build video content. It's so helpful. Seriously, take care of this. So if you don't know, now you know. Seriously, make these video ads. I'm going to show you how. So how to create them, you should pretty easily be able to just go into the sponsored brand. I think everybody's account has access to this right now, but you just select video. You're going to name your campaign however you want to name it. So, if you have multiple brands per account, then you do brand, product group, type, and then match type. But let's say, so fake brand dash fake product dash, I do the acronym SBV for sponsor brand video. And then if we're doing an exact match ad type, you could do exact. Assign a portfolio. I don't do end dates. Budget, I like to start out big, like $100. And then from there, you just choose a single product. Oh gosh, it's not showing up. But you would select a product, you input your video ad requirements, and then you should be good to go. So if we're doing it for the poly mailer bag, our tried and true poly mailer bag, you have to meet these video requirements, but it's pretty specific as far as like what you actually need to produce. And you really need to stick by this. Amazon will block your video. They will not approve it. It's extremely common for Amazon not to approve your video. It happens to us all the time. In fact, even if you use Amazon's own like sanctioned video content creative builder, they will still not approve your content. So you need to go back to the drawing board over and over and over. Or, okay, maybe not over and over and over. I'm making it sound harder than it is. You have to go back to the drawing board probably at least once to get it right. Sometimes they tell you, other times they don't. So it's a little bit frustrating, but the sales are there. It's worthwhile to do this. And plus, it's the internet. You can use these videos in other places. You should, if you have an e-commerce company, you should have video of the actual product itself. So follow the video requirements. So there's 2 different kinds of targeting. I pretty much always do keyword, although product targeting is a good option. I like to use the same keyword list that's in my sponsored product ad campaigns. Just drop it in, make sure you have that list. And then you can start the bids pretty high. I even versus the average price of whatever your clicks are on sponsored product ads, I'll just multiply that even by 1.5. So if you have an average CPC on your performance campaign of like $3, $4.5 starting bids, easy way to do it, just to start getting traffic. It converts really well, even better than sponsored product ads. So non-brand video ads convert better than non-brand sponsored product ads, like per click. Seriously, I'm not gonna get tired of telling you to launch these ads because they're really important. So that's how you actually go about making the ad. The creation process is simple, minus getting the video right. But the tricky part is like, how do I go about making a video for these video ads? So there's several ways to do this. So Amazon has their own video creative builder. If you type in Amazon Video Creative Builder on Google, you'll end up at this page, which, you know, shows you this, that, and the third. And then there's this little, you know, how to get started. I think you can contact whatever. There's like a help. I'm gonna leave this page. They don't give you access, but I think if you ask for it, and I believe you can do that through the support center. So just send them an email and be like, hey, I really want to use your video creative builder. Let me see it. And for the most part, I believe they might be able to give it to you. So that's one way you can do it. We also just so happen to have access through a service called Channel Bakers, where we can use Amazon DSP, which is another service entirely. You have to pay for it, but it's not terribly expensive. DSP is just like sponsored display ads, but a little bit more powerful. And what you can do is there's this video creative builder type, name, blah, 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 continue. And then so instead of a custom video, you can do like however many products. I just do one product because you can only advertise one product per video ad. So like you just punch in Square Design. They have a bunch of different music options. And then there are several of these. So funny enough, they give you the option to include a logo, but oftentimes they'll block your video because it contains an Amazon logo. So you have to hide that. And then you can punch in your ASIN and it'll show, it'll kind of put in this information automatically. But basically it all comes down to like, this is all you like put in a little bit of this. And then you can generate a video. It allows you to download it. So basically you want to just put in like, if it's for ship quick, it'd be like poly bags 100 count something something something. Let's actually go ahead and take this. So I'll show you. If we grab this, this is going to be a mishmash, but it'll be good to show you. So let's put in. So it gives you all this. You don't want to show the Prime badge, and it'll put in like, you can just say leather case, high quality leather case. Let's see if I'll make us an example. So while it's creating the video, I'm going to show you a couple other things. So this is the video template creator. This is what it's going to look like. Right, could have put the product description. And this is just the nonsense I entered. You're going to want to take these out, hide the logo. So you're going to want to hide all the logos. But this is basically, you have character limits, but you can put whatever you want in there, showcase some of the details of your product. It's just a little drop shipping type video. Looks nice, gets the job done, and it's free. So you'll go to a screen where it'll allow you to download it. It'll show it. You just right click, save video as, and then that's your video. You can use it in these video ads. So you get it for free. And it works pretty well. We've seen good results from the Amazon template builders because they look like an Amazon, like when you see them in the search result page, they look pretty legit because they're sort of using the same branding elements of Amazon, so they tend to convert pretty well. So the easiest way to create these videos is just to do it the Amazon way. Reach out to an account representative, say, I want access to the template builder. they'll probably get it to you. So this is an easy way to do it to start getting those sales. An additional way you can do it though is going to a service like Fiverr. So here I just typed in dropship video, and you've got a lot of these sort of like Facebook, OMG, this is awesome with the emojis and stuff like that. But you want something sort of in these styles. And I'm sure if you've been on what actually show us, yeah, so right, something like that. So this is a $20 ad. You'll probably want one of the more premium packages, but not expensive, and you can make it pretty unique. The most expensive way you can do it is just look up like video service near me, wherever you're located, and then have an actual videographer come out with, like, if they usually have a studio, nice cameras, they can do sort of like a expose, something really nice. Depending on how much traffic you have to gain, if you're in a really, really competitive niche, I would say that it's probably worth it to spend a lot of money on this video creative, just because it's worth it. And a lot means different things to different people, but seriously, it might make you shy away from the actual video to spend $500+ on it, but $500 for a video, you'll probably at least save that much money in ad spend with a nicer video. So I say go for it. But the drop shipping style seems to work the best, just because it's really visually captivating, and you only have so many seconds to like actually capture their attention. So if you're going to do this custom video, how should you go about doing it? So there are several ways to approach this. Like, let's say, for example, you have a leather AirPod case that you're trying to advertise and sell. So if you had something like that, you might look at really similar products and see what kind of video content shows up and use that as the basis for how you're going to make the video. So here I just typed in men's wallet, and we have this video ad. Here's somebody holding it, premium leather from Argentina. They're giving us a bunch of different views of the product. So not the most flashy, but it does a pretty good job, I think, of showcasing the actual product itself, some of the details, what it looks like. If we want, we can turn on music, but rarely people do. So you really need to make sure that it doesn't rely on the sound to explain what's going on in the video. Make sure you have text that pops up that lets people know, what we're looking at here. And it's the same thing that goes with the drop shipping videos. Oftentimes people aren't actually playing the audio, so you got to make sure to walk them through it, and then just go through, like, 15 seconds tops is how long people are going to spend. And realistically, you need the first 3 seconds to really captivate their attention. So if you don't show the product, or at least some nice detail of the product in the first 3 seconds, you're probably going to lose the customer. So make sure it grabs attention, and then look at what other people are doing in similar niches. So I typed in leather phone case as well, just to get an idea of like what other people are doing, see if you can't borrow elements. But here's this product. It's just a rotating video with things that come up. 901 reviews. So for the phone case market, not like a ton actually, but does a pretty good job, I think. Nice branding here. They have like their own tagline, does a good job of showcasing the product itself. Pretty good. So you could even just remember, like, you could take a screen record video of this and show it to whoever's producing your video and say, I'll give you my product, make me something exactly like this. That I found for creatives is the easiest way to do it. Find what you like, give that to them and say, make me something just like this, or 2 different videos and say, make me something that is in between these 2 videos if they're really similar. So if it's between this and this, it might be like, do one shot like this and then do one spinning shot like that, and then just go through all the product details and make it 15 seconds. You'll probably, for a person with a studio, that might be like $200 to $500, but when it comes to Amazon PPC spend, you'll more than save that money. So invest in the video content. Oh, one last thing that I want to talk about before I end the video is remember too that you can repurpose this video content for a lot of different things if you make it. So if you have the raw files, if you have someone you're working with, you can put video ads. This is for Carhartt, I believe. Yeah. But you can put, so this is like a video specifically for, Father's Day, but you can put this, like Video Creative Builder as like, if you have one flagship product you use for, that's like your main branded product, you could have that front and center on your brand store to showcase what you're doing, and then have all the variations here down at the bottom, and then drive people to your brand store. Really, for the very last time, I'm going to say it one more time. Focus on this video content. It's really, really helpful. You can even put it in your detail page. So go get the content. As far as keyword selection, just do the same thing as your sponsored product ads. You should be running those for at least a couple months before you run the sponsored brand video ads, just to collect details. And then you can optimize them just like you do with sponsored product ads. So, go for a certain ACoS figure. I would say before you start really reducing bids, wait till at least 10 clicks. And then be able to go at least a little bit more bullish than you do with sponsored product bids. Take whatever your average CPC is on sponsored product ads, multiply it by 1.5. You do that and you'll start seeing a lot more sales. Since it's harder to get the sponsored brand video ad spot, there are fewer people competing for it, and it looks really, really nice. So, build those video ads. If anyone here who's watching this video has built sponsored brand video ads in a different way, or used a different service, or done something similar, please drop it in the comments. I would love to hear from you as to what you did in order to create these sponsored brand video spots. So there you have it, everyone. That's how you go about setting up sponsored brand video ads on Amazon. Hopefully you got some value out of it. If that video was maybe a little bit over your head, check this out. This is our intro to Amazon PPC video. It's going to be everything you need to get started, as far as keyword selection, campaign types, pretty much everything you need. Watch that if you feel like, maybe these PPC concepts you don't quite understand, or maybe you're not quite ready to do something this high level yet. Follow the text in the description to see the actual video requirements that you need to make before you produce an Amazon video. I talked about it during the actual content piece itself, but and Amazon will also let you know when you're going to create your video what you need, but you have to follow these rules or else they're not going to accept it. If any of you have tried any other sources to actually source video for your video ads, so not a freelance website, maybe you shot it yourself, maybe you have tips about how to do that, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about what you did. Love to have a conversation about that. I'm sure I didn't do absolutely every single option for how to start videos. And once again, if you could, please go ahead, give it a like, give it a subscribe. We produce a lot of awesome content, and I think you're really going to love it. If you want more tips on how to reduce your ACoS, check out this video. It's our 7 tips to reduce campaign-wide ACoS. Really helpful stuff. Yeah, you could be saving thousands of dollars just from that video view alone. And with that, happy optimizing, everyone.